Hello and welcome to the Release, Remove, and Create Your Desired Reality 5-day energetic experience. I'm so glad you're here because over these 5 days, you're going to be releasing the past, releasing emotions, upsets, traumas, judgments, and removing what's in your way, what's blocking you now. It's making it harder for you to take that next step, and then creating your desired reality. So we're going to be covering a lot, and I just want to make sure that you're in the right place. And now you're in the right place if you are an aware person, energetically aware, sensitive, highly sensitive. You might think you're psychic, or you're an energetic explorer, and you're looking for trying to understand why the world is the way it is, and for empowering reasons that help you to see the strength capacities that you have. Wow. Yeah, because how this world has been designed, it's been designed so that energetically aware people have been put down. The descriptions in this world are basically set up so that if you have energetic capacities, you're made less than, made less than, things have been described in a way that make you feel like there's something wrong with you, when actually there's nothing wrong with you. You actually have these capacities that other people do not have. Normal muggle type people, they can't perceive things that you do. They can't. It's kind of like you're trying to explain someone can only see in black and white. You're trying to explain to them in colors. It's really hard, and a lot of times they don't even get it. And a lot of times when you were just starting off in this world, you had these energetic awarenesses and then you mentioned it to an adult. Wow. And for most of us, when we mentioned what we were aware of, they said things like, you couldn't know that. You're making this up. Woo. Just go away. And the thing is then we kind of thought that there's something wrong with us, because why do we perceive this? Why did you perceive those things and other people didn't? Now, the first thing that happens is it's easy to make ourselves wrong for that information, for thinking that, oh, we perceive things that other people don't, so there must be something wrong with us. I call this the default reason. The default reason why things don't work in our lives, what seem like why they don't work in your life, is that there's some mistake or there's something wrong or broken in you. Woo, yikes. And that's totally false. It's not true, but it seems so logical, so real, so correct that so many of us believe it. And even now, when we know it's not true, it can still stick us. And so what we're going to be doing in this energetic experience is we're going to be clearing out a lot of those limiting beliefs and clearing out a lot of the emotions that stick them. So one of the things that I found is that any kind of limiting belief or anything you're trying to change or clear that isn't changing or clearing, what's going on is there's kind of like two main areas that have to be addressed. And so the first one is what we've decided about this. What's the logic around it? What are the beliefs we have about this experience, this limitation? And then on the other side, there's the energetic and emotional that's all around that. And the thing is both of those kind of work together to lock in any kind of things that we believe. And we're working mainly on limiting beliefs, but there's actually a benefit that these beliefs get locked in. Now, the limiting beliefs, not such a benefit about being locked in, but these things are designed so that we're not constantly reevaluating things. We're not constantly shifting from one opinion to the next. Now, that sometimes happens, but for the things we really believe about ourselves, we don't tend to vacillate back and forth about thinking, oh, I'm super empowered, oh, I'm a weakling. Oh, I'm super empowered, or I'm a weakling. Whoa, yikes. Let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. Yeah, and so one of the things about when we have these beliefs locked in the way that they are, we have to figure out ways to change them. And you've probably heard from other people that, oh, we just have to logically see what's behind it, and you remove the logical reasons and then everything's okay. And you probably also heard from more spiritual New Age people saying, oh, all you have to do is change the emotions and energies behind it, and then it'll change and shift. Well, what I found, we actually need to combine both of those. We have to look at the logical part and then give the brain the logical components that are limiting this belief. We have to give them reasons why that's not true, give them another explanation that makes even more sense, And that unlocks the logical part. And then we also do the energetic work, the energetic change to shift the energetic part. Because once the logic and energetics are separated, then you can replace that belief with an empowering belief that actually moves you forward. Whoa, yeah. So one of the big parts that I do also is creating an energetic change space where we actually can change the things that weren't able to change previously. So I look at this energetic change space, this energetic creation field that we're creating together in this space between you being on this live video or being here watching the replay. Basically, everyone is adding to this energetic change space. And with all of us here, that creates even more change than we can do just on our own. Now, I look at this energetic change space in some ways like a crystal clear mountain lake. And the part is about that is like when you've been hiking for a long time and you might have a little bit of dust or dirt on you from the trail and you just step into the lake, that dirt, dust just naturally just washes away. And that's what we're doing in this creation field. We're creating this space where you can have as much or as little change, as much or as little release as you would like as you're here with me on this video. Now, the part is one of the things that can happen is if we have some concerns about releasing too much, about releasing too many things, changing too much in this time, that creates a resistance that makes it harder for us to have the change that we really would like. So because of that, I've created this space where you can have as much or as little change as you would like. And it always is related to exactly what you want, what you desire, not what I want or what you've been told you should do. Whoa, yikes. Yeah, there's a lot of judgment and resistance because so many of us have been told that what we believe, and we have like upsets or emotions, but we've been told we should just let those go, that we have no reason to feel that way. Whoa, and this is one of the challenges with any emotions that we have, is that we've been kind of told that we have to have a logical reason for why we have these emotions. And often there actually is a logical reason behind it, but it doesn't really seem like it. And when we have these beliefs like we should let something go, and I want to remove any of that. So even if there are things that you think you quote unquote should let them go, you don't have to. And what I've found is when we have these resistance or we think we really should do something, it creates this pressure, this force that actually can prevent it from changing. And if we remove the pressure or force that, oh, you should get rid of this, you have to get rid of this, that gives you the capacity to change and shift it so much easier. Yeah. And that's what we're doing in this space. And I'm going to be logically asking questions and bringing up energetic tools to change and shift the actual topic or area that we're talking about. But you can create the intention that in this space, while you're here with me, you can release anything that you want to release. It doesn't have to be related to exactly what we're doing. And one of the parts around releasing things is you and your body actually do want to release upsets, traumas, emotions. Your body and you want to release those, but there's often not a space. We're not like invited to. And that's what we're doing in this creation field, this clearing field that we're all here together involved in. And in this space, change is promoted, change is encouraged, and change and release just happens to you and your body's authentic advantage. So anything that you've just been ready to release, that you want to release, 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 release. Let go, let go, let go. Oh, awesome. Good job about that. And then the whole part around all of this stuff is that even if you don't know how to release it, just allow it as if you were in that clean and pure mountain lake. Just allow those energies just to float away, to drift away. There you go. Yeah. And then one of the clearings I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be saying, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow me to help you remove that from your reality now? Now, the part around all these things is this is done 100% with your awareness and with your choice and what you decide. So when I say something about like, do you choose to allow me to help you remove it? It's more like I'm offering to help you carry something, move something, and you have 100% choice to say, no, you don't want me to do that. And it's more like I look at it as I'm helping you to change and shift something, not like I'm doing it 100%. Kind of like if you have a project you're not quite sure how to do, and then someone goes, oh, will you like a little help with that? That's how I'm looking at this work that we're doing together. Changing and shifting things that you might not 100% know how to do, but you're ready to do that. Woo, awesome. Yeah, so anything else that you're ready to release, let go of, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow me to help you remove that from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. And whoosh, out, whoosh, out, whoosh, out. And then another thing I wanted to mention around anything that we're trying to change and shift that hasn't been changing and shifting is to removing any of that judgment around it. I talked a little bit about that before, but the part is a lot of times we think that we don't have these logical reasons to hold on to something and we should just let it go. And that creates this self-judgment that you're doing something wrong, you're not good enough because you haven't let those go. And what I've found is that self-critical judgment, those places that we put ourselves down, even when we think it's correct that we should be doing something and we're not doing it, that judgment actually makes it harder to change and shift all that. Now, if we look at things as there's always these logical reasons that you're doing something, you're holding on to something. Now, that basically, like I mentioned before, kind of can lock in us from releasing things from the past. Oh, yikes. Oh, wow. Let's do another one of those. Yeah. And we can also have these beliefs when some really bad things happen to us. Oh, and I get that some bad things have happened to you, that it can be hard to release those because we think that we still might need to hold on to them. Ooh, so we learn that lesson. Ooh, yikes. Wowza. Yeah. And the part around this work too is that anything that actually isn't a contribution to anything that would be a benefit to you to hold on to maybe look at it in the future. Any work we do to release something isn't going to release that. How this is it's designed to only change and shift things that are a contribution for you to change and shift. And one of the parts around releasing things from the past is if we believe, even if it's not conscious, it's more subconscious, that we need to hold on to that to make sure that experience never happens again. Ooh, yikes. Whoa. So all the places that you're holding on, not letting go of the emotions from a past experience because you feel like you need to hold on to that so that never happens again. Ooh. Yeah, everything that brings up. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize. Liquefy. Yeah, and one of the parts that we'll talk about probably tomorrow is to shift it from that you have to hold on to it to make sure you're always avoiding that to using your awareness. Because your awareness is pretty amazing. And it's not that you have to hold on to the memory, the lesson, or all that stuff from something from the past. It's now just using your awareness to be aware of what's going on and then to take steps that would be a contribution to you. Ooh. Yeah, so all the things you've been holding on to, or anything you've been holding on to that you no longer need to hold on to make sure it never happens again. Woo, because your awareness will take care of that. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Whoosh, out, 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 out. Release, 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 release. Oh. Yeah. And then once again is like for anything that we're holding on to, there is like a logic or a belief often behind it that needs to be looked at and addressed. Because if we feel there's a reason, there's a benefit to holding on to something, no matter how much energetic work we do, that belief will still hold it in place. And what we want to do is just look at any beliefs that you might have about that particular experience in the past any beliefs about that, that holding on to it would still have a value to it. And a lot of times there's not like a logic behind it, but when I'm looking at it now, we're just kind of recognizing that there might be some sort of belief we have that there's a benefit for holding on to that. Ooh, yeah. So everything that brings up, do you choose to release and let all that go? Ah, yes, I choose that. Release, release, release. Let go, let go, let go. Oh, cool. Yeah. And so once again, is anything you're trying to change, release, look at that and then just ask, is there a benefit or is there a hidden benefit to holding on to this belief, limitation, or experience? Ooh, yikes. So all the hidden beliefs, woo, that feel like they're a contribution to hold on to, that if you let that go, you might lose something. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Ooh, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And then another one that can come up about trying to release things from the past is we can have these beliefs that that experience, that challenge, that trauma was so large that we can't just release it. Ugh, yikes. Yeah, and I get that a lot of you have some of those. Now, the part around that is when we're doing this energetic work is sometimes we can instantly change something and release the whole thing. And I keep that open. And sometimes it just won't happen because it requires too much work, too many things to change. But what we can always do is change and shift it a little bit. And what I see that for something that's really big that we think that we can't just release, changing and shifting it a little bit kind of creates that crack in the armor. It creates that crack in the big dam that then allows the emotions and the water and the change to start pushing through that little crack. And so sometimes with really big challenges, things we're really trying to change that are huge, if we create even the smallest amount of change, that small amount of change can be really hard to do in the beginning, but once we create that change, then it opens up to the change for the whole thing to happen. So any emotions from the past, any experiences, whew, yikes, that you would like to let go of, that feel like they're too big to change, what small part can we change now? What small or large part can we change that can start unlocking, unraveling, and releasing this larger emotion, trauma, or challenge? Ooh, and everything that prevents those parts from changing or shifting, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Ooh, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Wow, awesome. Okay, so we've changed a lot. We've released a lot about the past, and we're going to do more about that even tomorrow. And then I want to just let you guys know that I'm going to be upgrading everyone to the VIP Enhanced Experience Zoom portion of this challenge. So previously you would have had to pay to get access to the live Zooms, but I was really getting about how I'm having access to these live Zooms where you can come in and we'll talk deeper about the change that we're doing in these videos, and you can ask your own questions. It's going to create so much change for so many of you. So if you've signed up for this experience, you're going to be receiving a link to the live Zoom. Those are going to be starting tomorrow on day 2. And then so after the video from tomorrow, you'll be able to join with me live where I'll be going deeper over what we're talking about in that day's video. And then you can ask your energetic questions so we can create some huge change and shifts for you. And if you've already paid for the VIP experience, you're going to be getting some additional bonuses, including a mini one-on-one session with me. So when I offer this event again, do make sure to pay for the upgraded experience because you're going to get some amazing bonuses in addition to the main event. So awesome. So what's everything else that we can change, clear, and release? What's everything else that you can change, clear, and release? Right here, right now. Woo. And all of that would be a contribution to you to change, clear, and release. Do you choose to release let go, and or allow me to remove that from your reality now. Yes, I choose that. Whoosh. Out, 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 out. Release, 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 release. So awesome. I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness Explorer, and your energetic guide. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.